East India Company became the sovereign lord of Bengal's political and economic power after being victorious in the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and having gained the Diwani from the Mughals, the power of collecting revenue in 1765. To satisfy their ever-increasing greed and lust towards Bengal's industry, wealth and splendor, they started to implement laws which were against the mass interest. Consequently, inhuman rule, extortion and torture were inflicted upon the farmers, laborers and common people. The Fakir and Sannyasi rebellion was the first rebellion to be occurred against the East India Company and their companions, the landlords. Before the fire of this rebellion had been extinguished, another mass resistance against the company and landlords took a huge shape in another corner of Bengal. The leader of this resistance was Mir Nisar Ali, who was much recognized as Titumir. Titumir was born in 1782 in Chandpur, now Hyderpur, under the police station of Baduria in North 24 Parganas district. He had enough proficiency in the languages of Arabic, Persian and Bengali. He was fond of the subject mathematics. He used to do physical exercise regularly and was respectful and disciplined to his own religion. He visited Mecca for the Hajj pilgrimage, and there he became acquainted with Sayyid Ahmad Shah Brelvi, the leader of the Wahhabi campaign in North India. Sayyid Ahmad inspired him to oppose the extortion and atrocity of the company rule. Having returned from Mecca, Titumir started both religious and social reformation movements simultaneously. He was also clamorous against the ruthless torture and cruelties of the landlords, indigo planters, and the British government towards the poor, exploited, and deprived subjects. He noticed that under the indulgence of the British royal power, the local landlords used to rule over the masses, irrespective of the Hindu and Muslim, interfere in their livelihood, and usurp the lion's share of their earnings. Titumir protested against the exploiter class. He called for everyone to participate in the mission of establishing peace, equality, unity. In the meantime, the landlords and the usurer began to unite in fear. The landlord, Krishnadev Roy, started to dominate and exploit the rebels in many ways, but they were compelled to move backwards by the immense resistance and attack put forward by Titumir and his team. One day, Titumir declared himself to be the independent king and sent footmen for collecting tax to the landowner of Gobodanga. The success of Titumir left impact on the stretched religions of 24 Parganas, Jessore and Nadia. Lord Bentinck was agitated too. The combined force of collectors, landlords and indigo planters of Nadia was driven backwards by the team of Titumir. Then Fakir Majnu Shah's disciple, Mishkin Shah, joined the band. As a result, Titumir's strength increased more. Titumir was always aware of the impending attack to be brought upon him. As a preparatory step, he built a fort made of bamboo, Basir Kella, to store weapons. At last came that attack. 19th November 1831, the band of Titumir was attacked by the united force of Smith Sahib, the magistrate of Nadia, Storm Sahib, the owner of Indigo Planting House, Alexander Sahib, and the Sutherland Sahib, the joint magistrate of Barasat and the commander respectively. The English soldiers started to throw cannonballs in a disorderly manner, targeting the bamboo fort. Smoke covered the whole surroundings. Titumir and his followers fought heroically on the opposite side for 1.5 hours in front of the cannonballs. But luck did not favor winning on the part of Titumir. The heroic freedom fighter of Bengal, Titumir, became martyr on the battlefield. After his death, his followers continued fighting undauntedly under the leadership of the commander Ghulam Masoom. But standing in front of the constant hittings of cannonballs and gunpowder, when the bamboo fort was broken into pieces, they were impelled to accept defeat and were imprisoned. The joint magistrate of Barasat, Alexander Sahib, instructed to burn the taunt body of Titumir, so that neither monument can be built in the name of this martyr, nor the flame of revolt can spread. But does death ever occur to a real hero? The sacrifices done by Titumir for his country made his glorious seat imperishable in the hearts of his countrymen.